Alright, happy Father's Day back out here in the garage. Been piddling a little bit on some stuff. Mike already talked about the gauge panel for the 445. I've got wire and all the bits and pieces and connectors in there. I got one light, figured out how to make it work. We changed the 5-star from positive ground to negative ground, so I got to flip-flop all the wires and the lights. I got that started. The pump, I got the oil seal. I don't know if you can see that down there. I got the new oil seal down in there. Got the gear in there. Most of the rest of the parts are in here. I've got the gasket surface buffed up. It actually seems to be like the intake manifold is pretty flat and true, so we're pretty happy there. What I've been working on is over here on the exhaust manifold. I think these came as a set and they weren't actually bolted together. Like I talked about, trying to get this nice Win 4x36 with a 6-inch disc sander job for my father-in-law. Went and bought a new belt. Couldn't get it tight enough to actually. The spring was missing, and the spring I got is not nearly stiff enough. So the belt kept wandering over and getting wrapped up. And anyway, I lost an inch or so of the belt. But by cramming this down in here, I was able to take advantage of the way belts like to follow the high side and get over here far enough that I could get this exhaust elbow up here and work her back and forth. And it, with the straight edge, it actually checks out nice and flat. Unfortunately, with this and this on the exhaust manifold, I couldn't get it up on there. If that belt was just another ½ inch wider. But when I put the straight edge on it, it's not perfectly flat. When I put the elbow in there, there's, I don't know, you can see light under it. It rocks a little bit, but when I put the bolts in and pull it down, it pulls down pretty snug. I've been told that there's no gasket under those, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat both surfaces several times with some good copper coat gasket compound. Reading the directions, I don't know, every 30 seconds or a minute or something, I don't know, every so often, if I just keep putting more coats on and shaking it up, I can build up a layer of that copper coat gasket compound. So I want to get that on both of these surfaces and get this thing bolted together and torqued down. Dad, today is Father's Day, Sunday, Father's Day. Dad cut hay on Friday. He called me today as I was leaving church and said that neighbor came by and tedded it this morning, maybe, I don't know. This morning or yesterday came by. I'm guessing maybe today, first thing this morning. And with the weather we've had with the low humidity, decent wind, and decent temperatures, it's dried down real nice. So it's ready to bale tomorrow. Actually, it's probably ready to bale today, but any way I could get there. He didn't have the baler hooked up. He didn't have the rake hooked up. So he was going to try and get the rake on tonight, get it raked, get the baler on. So I'm going to head down there tomorrow. I'm hoping to maybe, part of me wants to take 2 days off just to get stuff done, but I want to get down there. I think I'm going to steal the manifold gasket set from the 302. Maybe. We'll see. I'm definitely going to get the elbow bolted to that because it's completely cracked out and junk on the 445. I'd like to get that bolted onto that, steal the gaskets from the 302 gasket set, and then order more intake exhaust gaskets for that bad boy, so I can get good manifold on the 445. And there's some carburetor swapping back around to get the right carburetor on the 445, the right carburetor on the ZB, whatever, blah, 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 blah. While I'm down there, I'd like to get the hydraulic pump back on the 445. I'd like to get the gauge panel on there so we can headlights and stuff. I am taking wire just in case. I don't think there's any headlights on it. I think I got one more like this. I think I bought is like a 4-pack. Maybe, I don't know. I might try and find some more like this because I really like them. They're really bright. I think it was an eBay or Amazon deal, whatever. I'd like to get some lights on that tractor. But if I can get the pump on, get the gauge panel on, we can, yeah. Get the pump on, get some hydraulic juice in it. Maybe the hydraulics work, motor will start working. Maybe we start using that bad boy for something.